My name is Lacey, and welcome back to Late Night Coloring Mama. Tonight I thought we would do a color and chat part 2 in Animal Planet Wild About Animals coloring book. I did have a viewer ask me if I would do a color and chat in this book, so I started it, and now we're on to part 2. I did purchase this book off Amazon. I will link it down below. And this is what we're working with. So let's see how much we can get done tonight. All right, so let's see where I left off. I'm trying to think of where I left off so I don't go in all at once here. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. So I'm gonna start with the yellows. So here, the darker ones I'm doing yellow, and the lighter ones I'm doing all orange on the outsides of them. I'm hoping we can get pretty far tonight. We'll see where it goes. So how is everyone doing tonight? I hope everyone is doing well. Okay, so I used my 3 yellows. I'm gonna move on to orange, my orange and reds and the fun colors, and we'll see where we go. I've actually been feeling up and down, as in being sick. Like, I feel good some days, other days not so much. Last month I was feeling a little bit of the same. I colored, but I did rest and relax a lot as well. It's nice to do that once in a while, especially when you're feeling kind of sick. And again, I'm using a variety of colored pencils. I believe I said that in my first part in the color and chat. The weather has just been all over the place the past few weeks. It'll range from like the 30s, sometimes 40s, and then I'll jump to like the 60s. And back again, just like repeating. Yesterday we had snow, and it was warm enough that I didn't stay, but it came down for quite a while, and then it melted. And last night I woke up in the middle of the night to get a drink of water, and it was snowing at like 1 in the morning. And it was pretty much all melted this morning again, so. Yeah. Are you guys getting any snow wherever you are, or are you just not getting snow? It was in the 40s. I think tomorrow it's supposed to be like cloudy and 47. But Bert, it was so windy today. So cold. Even though 40s usually feels good to me. Yeah, we were in a wind advisory because of the winds. So that's what it was looking like here. I am ready for nice weather. At least 60s and 70s. To get outside and walk around, take my daughter to the park, or my daughter can play in the yard. Something. And in another month, my son will be done with school, so it's like, hopefully the weather gets nicer. But I can't complain too much. We didn't really have a winter, really. So, and I love winter, but I'm over the winter, and I want nice weather. Are any of you like that? Like all the seasons like me, and then after a while it's kind of like, oh, I'm ready for some. I can handle each one for about 3 months. My husband, he will be traveling for work out of state in about 4 days. And he'll be gone for about 5. So it'll be just me and the kiddos. So I don't know how much recording I'll get done then at night, but we'll see. We'll see how tired I am. Do any of you travel for work, or do you have spouses or partners that travel? The night before he leaves, he asked me randomly, this was a few weeks ago, if I wanted to go on a date. And I kind of looked at him and kind of laughed a little bit, like, what? Because we don't normally do too much. And he's like, yeah, there's a place in our town that's having a steak dinner special. he's like, and we should go. So I asked my niece if she wanted to babysit, and she said, yeah, you guys can go out to dinner. So we're going to go out to dinner, and then we'll probably just come home after that because we got to get the kids and everything. So yeah, it's an all-you-can-eat steak dinner, but there's so many sides. One steak is going to be enough. So many sides. Like, I think they come with like baked potato, salad, beans, and a few other things, and it's like, holy cow. But it's like a benefit too, so money goes towards a memorial. My husband knows the guy for the memorial, so I said sure. So we're gonna go to that. My niece is gonna babysit. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna make for the kids that night. Actually, I just went to the grocery store. I got groceries, so they'll probably want. We got Dino Nuggets. Sometimes I buy those. I don't buy those too often, but I got some of those, and I think they would like this as like a treat supper for them. And then he leaves the next day, probably early mid-afternoon, so he'll spend time with the kids, do stuff with them before he leaves. Tonight I made a roast, a chuck roast. I made it in Instapot tonight with carrots. Oh, they were the best. I love cooked carrots, absolutely. And I made some mashed potatoes because I didn't have any bag. Normally you put potatoes in with the roast, but I didn't have any, so you use what you got. So I made mashed potatoes, just instant ones, and made gravy with the broth that was with the roast. So good. So good. My husband made the gravy. I'm not the best gravy maker. I know it's probably super easy, but I don't know. It doesn't turn out right when I do it. But I seasoned the roast with salt, pepper, and paprika. And I seared both sides, of course, before I put it in there. And then I put some on top of the roast because I had the veggies on the bottom in the broth and the garlic. I did rosemary and thyme on the top. It's so good. Okay, so the yellow's for the dark. Maybe I should just go in and do all these dark ones first so I don't get myself mixed up. And yes, I do make mistakes. I do actually quite a bit. We're human though. And it's just for fun. So sometimes that mistake can make the page look good even. I think, or it's not even noticeable. I get worried about it and then I'm like, oh, it's not even noticeable. Or I do something to fix it. My brother mentioned that he was going to go to that steak dinner. He was thinking about it, but I don't know if he is. They had like tickets or something. Told my dad about it because my dad and mom used to go to like steak or chicken dinners or fish dinners. Called like steak fries, fish fries, chicken fries. And I've been to a fish fry before, but other than that, I haven't been to any other thing that they've had. So thought that would be fun. I wasn't sure we'd find a babysitter. It's hard for us to find a babysitter, and I'm one of those parents who I don't trust like people. Like my family, yes, but I don't trust random people to watch my kids. I know. I get nervous even when my son's at school. I'm like, oh. Just with nowadays everything. I mean, there was stuff going on probably when I was a kid too, but not as bad, I feel like. So I'm just a worrywart about everything, and we choose to stay home a lot too. We try to save, a lot of money. We don't do a whole lot, I should say. Occasionally we do. Because you gotta have fun once in a while. I'm really liking these colors that I picked out though. And I think I'm just going to color the giraffe with you guys because I don't know if I'm even going to color the background. I don't know what I want to do with the background. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and that dinner is like, since it's all you can eat, it's like, if you get tickets ahead, it's 20. If not, it's 25. But I don't think that's that bad because you're getting a lot and you get all you can eat. So, and it's for a good cause too. So. It's actually not too far away from my dad's house and my oldest sister's house. The place that has it. I am really enjoying coloring this picture. I don't know what it is about these types of pictures. A lot of times I can picture, visualize, I've said that before, but on a lot of these I can't. These are so much fun. In my opinion, they are anyway. I know some people don't like them, and you know, that's okay. We all like different things. That's what's so awesome about coloring. In the coloring community, everyone loves different things, and I love that. It really is, though, just so relaxing to do this. I don't know if it's because of the designs or your mind can be kind of... Things don't even have to match. They can just be whatever color you want. Well, any picture can really, but these I feel like you can just go all over. And don't even matter. If you hear a noise behind me, I don't know if you guys can hear it. I'm guessing you can. We have the freeze dryer running, so... I think I'm actually pretty tired tonight. I'm not talking too much. The past couple nights I've been going to bed earlier. And my daughter's been waking up though in the middle of the night too. And usually she stays up when she wakes up. But last night when she woke up, I told her it was still night time. It's still dark out. We gotta sleep still. And I left her door open wider. Usually she likes it closed a little bit, but I said I would leave it open. That way she could see in the hallway and the bathroom hall lights on. She has a nightlight and everything in her room, but I think it's just a comfort thing. And I covered her up and gave her a kiss, and she fell right back to sleep, which that doesn't happen usually, so... Sometimes she'll wake up though too if she has to go to the bathroom, which is nice. And she'll wake me up for that, you know. But she has to go, so I'll get her in there. My son, I woke him up, you know, I'm up every day at 6, getting him ready for school, and he didn't want to get up this morning. And tonight he actually had to go to bed really early. We usually have the kids lay down at 6:30. I know that sounds crazy probably to some people, but sometimes it takes them an hour and a half to actually fall asleep. And tonight after supper, I told him he needed to get rest because he has some map testing in school. So he needed to relax and unwind and just rest. And he was ready to. He goes, okay, yep. Sometimes it can be a fight because he doesn't want to go to bed, but nope. Tonight he did it, and he was listening after school, because sometimes after school it's a struggle, because you know you want to play after school, you don't want to do homework, but you got to do homework. So yeah, he did really good listening tonight. So that made me really happy with that. I think I'm going to color... I'm thinking... And then my daughter, she was just fierce all day. She was just not having anything today, so I think she was still really tired. So she was ready for bed too, and she is, out of her and my son, she is the one that will tell you, and she's done this since she was really little, like when she learned yeah or yes, you ask her if she wants to go to bed, she will tell you if she's tired or not, and she has done that since she could say yes. And some nights she'll tell me, Mom, I want to go to bed. I'm like, okay, and she will. So she knows when she's tired. And if she's having a rough day, she'll cry and she'll say, Mom, I'm so crabby, because she's tired. So she knows her feelings really well. She still loves snuggles. Her brother does too, though, by Mom and Dad. They love being tucked in at night for bed. Cherish the moments, because they go by fast, that's for sure. Okay. I think I'm going to do yellow and orange in this part. We'll see how that goes. So the past few nights, when I've been going to bed early and whatnot, well, I shouldn't say early. I should say earlier than I normally do. I have been trying to catch up on watching YouTube videos of people that I like to watch, that I am subscribed to. I have so many. I know I'm not going to be able to watch them all. You know, you try to watch as many as you can, but there are so many great people out there that it's hard to watch them all. Life gets busy and you try to, you know. So I watch when I can. Sometimes they might be a week or so later, but I'm still trying to watch them. For some reason, when I was coloring this, I thought of lemons. My daughter, she could just, you slice a lemon, she'll eat it. Oh, I don't know how she does that. I can't do it. Ugh. My husband can do that, but not me. I usually buy lemons for, like, you know, you can use them when you cook. Or like I make lemon water in the winter time if it's cold. My mom used to always make hot lemonade when we were sick, and I just like to drink hot lemonade in the winter. So I'll do that. My son likes hot lemonade. One of my best friends from childhood, when she used to spend the night at my house, I think one time we had gone sledding. She was spending the night and it was so cold. My mom made hot lemonade and she was hesitant at first. And she loves it. She's even told me she makes it for her kids. So, yeah. Just boil water on the stove. You do your lemons and your sugar. Nice hot lemonade. Put your lemons in that water too. Might even squeeze a little lemon juice from it in there, but so good. I don't know, might sound weird, but it's something that I've always liked. Yeah, I gave it once to my son when he was sick. Wasn't feeling good and he was thirsty and he was cold. It's probably a year or two ago. And he had it and he's like, oh, this is so good. I'm like, I know, it feels good to have that when you don't feel good. And I like to put lemon in my tea sometimes, lemon in there. Not a whole lemon, like I'll slice it up. But yes. Alright, let's go on the flow in here. Do any of you have any Color It coloring books? Oh, there's so many on Amazon and they all look amazing. I don't have any. And I've been seeing them. They've been out for a while, I believe. For quite a while, maybe. And I just, like, oh gosh, those would be amazing to color in. I mean, they have mandalas and dragons and, like, I don't know if it's like princess fairies, landscapes. They just got amazing things. I just think those would be really nice to color in. They look like they're spiral bound. Spiral bound to me can be spendy. I think they can be spendy, but I do love spiral bound. I don't really buy. I think I have one. No, I have a couple spiral bound books, but not very many. But yes, I would love to have some of those coloring books. So at some point, maybe. And I have a lot of coloring books that aren't even mandala coloring books that have mandalas in them, and I love them. I just, I'm trying to color in all my coloring books, so it's not always going to be the same thing, which is fine because I could color mandalas every day, but I like switching it up too. Get out of my comfort zone, hopefully learn new things while I'm coloring. Don't know till I try, so. I have some pan pastels sitting in my Amazon cart right now. So, I don't know. I have a bunch of stuff sitting in my cart, and then I remove them and put them in my list. Do you guys ever do that? Put a bunch of stuff in your cart and then are like, put it back for now. Get to it later, maybe. I'm on a budget too, so I don't go extreme. I just keep stuff and decide what I want to get if I do order something that month from Amazon, or just keep it in there for a while. Because eventually, if it's not available, just drop to the save for later or tell me it's not available. I've been noticing on my completed pages, I think I pretty much color the same amount every month, which is, I'm okay with that. I've been coloring, I believe, like 8 pages. If I color more, that's awesome. If it's less, it's fine too, but I think that's a good steady, for me anyway. I wish I could color 20 some, 50 some pages, but I just can't. I'm too busy. with life and kids, and that's fine with me. I'm happy just to be able to do this and talk to you guys and unwind. That's my main thing, just to unwind and relax. And I don't ever want to feel pressure that I need to color a million pages. But it would be cool. Maybe when the kids are older. I don't know. No, I don't know. Now in March, when I was working on my whips to finish my completing them for my March completed pages, my kids actually colored with me. They said they wanted to sit down and color, and I was like, okay. And there's certain markers of mine I let them use, certain ones I don't let them use, but yeah, they like to color with mom occasionally. They'll ask if I want to color with them, and I'll be like, yes. Okay, so I think I'm coloring the bigger parts of the eyes. And I think I'm going to do kind of like a brown, maybe. Do like a little bit of a brown in here. And use another color on the bottom, and we'll see. Sorry if I sound like I'm whispering. I'm trying to talk a little bit louder. Okay. Excuse me a second. I have to take a drink. My throat is super, like, tickly. I always get tickles in my throat. Oh, sorry about that. I'm drinking lemon water, infused lemon water tonight, and it's so good. So, so good. So yes, I've been looking at the Color It books, but I have not purchased any at this time yet. This is a Color pencil, number 208 metallic red. I love this color, like love the color. I think it's just a pretty color. Now the designs are going to be a little different, I think, so I'm just going to go across, and that's okay. So yes, back to Color It. I'm looking at them. I really want them all, but I can't get them all. They're like 20 some dollars. I think one I seen, well, maybe they're all that price. I don't know the exact prices, but I'm pretty sure I seen one for like 27, and I'm like, ooh, that's getting kind of steep for me, but I don't know. I don't even honestly like to spend $20 on a coloring book. Maybe 15 max. That's what I'm thinking. I try to find what's affordable, even for markers and whatnot. Like those were steals at Hobby Lobby. At least I thought they were for the Prismacolors. 16 something they were. Originally 30 some. At Hobby Lobby anyway. Maybe they're cheaper somewhere else. I don't know. I didn't look, but I thought that was a great price. My husband always finds the marker deals usually, and I find the coloring books. Yeah, whenever he goes to Hobby Lobby for his laser cutter, he looks for stuff to laser engrave. Like wood pieces that he can practice on, or in their craft section. And he always asks if I need anything, or he'll browse. So this book that I'm coloring in with you guys, right now, well, I looked earlier today, it's on sale for $11.99, which I don't think is too bad. It's a pretty thick book. I mean, so that wasn't too bad for me. It was okay. But I love the book, so I guess if you love it, and if it's worth the price, why not then? But I pretty much love all coloring books. I just wait to see if there's ever a sale on certain ones that I really want, that I feel like, I don't know if I should spend that much. Are any of you like that, or did you just go ahead and buy it? I used to be that way, like, if I seen it, I'd buy it if I had the money, and once I became a mom and was married, I guess I just changed. I knew where I had to have priorities, but I thought I could still have fun with coloring, and I do. I do. There's not a coloring book that I have that I don't like. So that's good, I guess, right? For those of you who diamond paint, where do you get your diamond paintings from? I'm just curious. I've heard of AliExpress. I've never tried that. I usually just get mine off Amazon, Walmart, and Hobby Lobby. I don't really spend a whole bunch on those either. Maybe if I get into it more, I'd buy the bigger ones and more spendier ones. But if I did that, I would have to do that one. I wouldn't want it to be sitting like my other ones do. That I need to do as well, which I will do at some point. I got my hair on my hair just sheds. It's long, so I feel like it's always shedding. Do any of you have hair that does that? And my daughter is like petrified if someone's hair like touched her arm. Like if one of my hair, like, because I shed, fell on her, she'd freak out. I know, I'm sorry, I can't help that. I know I tell her that. I'm like, sorry, can't help it. Just falls out. But in the future sometime, I would love to try Diamond Art Club. If I get more into my diamond paintings. Which I hope to do still on this channel, which I probably will do, but not as much because, like I've said, coloring is my favorite hobby. My main hobby. My son has been drawing the Looney Tune characters. Oh my gosh, he's so good. Wish I could draw like him. I tell him that too. I'm like, you are so good at drawing. My daughter is too, and she's not even in preschool. She draws like snails and all these faces, and she drew Mickey Mouse, like his head and his ears, and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't even think I knew how to draw at your age. She knows how to cut with scissors, trace things in a line. She can count to 50, which I think is pretty good. We're working on other things. I remember when my son was in kindergarten, she was saying he was the only kid that knew how to count to 100, which it's nothing wrong with that. He was in a daycare because I had worked like 12-hour shifts, and my husband worked, you know, his normal shift in the day, and they taught him all these things. So he learned a lot from there. My daughter went there for a short time until I ended up staying at home. She was there for, gosh, she had to be there for like a little over a year. Yeah, it was a really expensive but a good place. I mean, it just was to the point where if I were the only one paying for it, which I wasn't, you know, me and my husband both paid for it, it would be all my paychecks for the month, so it was pointless for me to even work. And my husband said, you know, my husband asked if I would like to stay home, and I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. So I did. And I remember the first few weeks I felt like I needed to go to work all the time. It felt so weird being at home. Sometimes I still feel that way, and it's been not quite 2 years yet, but still feels a little weird sometimes. My old work where I worked, they said if I needed to come back or needed work, they'd take me back instantly. So that was nice. Well, my boss said that, yeah. I still talk to some of my coworkers. Not all of them. Some of them I was really close with. I worked at my job for 12 years, so. And it was hard to leave. I cried when I left. And have you ever had a job like that where it was hard to leave? I think it's because of my coworkers, not really the job itself, but the coworkers. I had a lot of good coworkers. This part, I'm not really 100% sure how I want to color that. Trying to picture it. I'm guessing this part's part of the cheek. If I kind of look at it that way. So I think that's how I'm going to color it. Hopefully it turns out okay. Now this is going to be a weird and random question. But did anyone buy a Powerball? My husband and I, we don't normally or really gamble much. We're not big into gambling. Yes, when we were out, we actually got to go out and visit my sister, and she took the kids. So we actually were lucky. This will be like our second month having a date night, which probably won't happen again, honestly, for a very long time after this one. We did go to a casino there, but yeah, normally we don't even do that stuff. But it was just something that they had, and it was a big city we were in, and we didn't know a lot of places, just the ones that we've been to before with my sister. So yeah, otherwise we don't really gamble. We don't like to lose money, I should say. This doesn't hurt my wrist, if you guys see, because I'm left-handed. I've had a few people, like, in my family or friends say, oh my gosh, doesn't that hurt your wrist? No. Just how I always have been, so. Well, we like to save our money, but we thought, why not? Let's get a Powerball. It's up quite a bit, so we thought we'd just try it, you know? Why not? It's fun once in a while to have a little fun, you know? Not crazy fun, but why not? Try it out. It's okay to have fun once in a while. We always talk about stuff randomly at night, me and my husband, and I was saying, well, what would you do if you won? Probably not winning, you know, there's millions of people in the world, the US. But anyway, he said we'd move. We always have a dream house, probably out in the country, so more room for the kids to run. But this is our home. We're happy with it. We're not moving anytime soon. Probably won't ever, unless we were to win like that much money. But that's probably not happening. But it's still fun, you know, to see the odds and try it. And my son recently has been into talking about science. And he's like, I want a laboratory. And years ago, I got my husband this robot thing he can make. And he hasn't made it yet, and you know, life gets busy, so he pulled it out the other day and he told my son when he's back from his work trip that they would build it together. So my son's all excited and he's thinking of these things that it can't do, you know, it's just something you build, and he's so excited about it. It makes me happy. My daughter probably will be too. She likes everything and anything, so I swear, sometimes my days get mixed up. Like, it could be like a Wednesday when really you're thinking it's a Monday. Like, my days get mixed up. I don't know if it's just because I'm home all the time or if it's just because I get mixed up and I pay attention to my son's school schedule. So if he has days off, I get confused. Like, when he goes back to school, it feels like it's the first day of the week, even though it may not be. And anybody else like that where you get mixed up? I'm like, what day is it? And I use a calendar, like I write stuff down a lot. Or a planner. I don't know if I told you guys, but I finished reading November 9 by Colleen Hoover. Oh my goodness, that book was so good. And it had a twist in there that I was like, almost jaw-dropping, like, oh no, oh my goodness. Still reading. I feel like I haven't been reading as much though, but I try to when I can. This part almost looks like it's part of the background and this part of the cheek or the neck. I'm going to go with the flow and leave that spot empty for now and see how it looks. So we are about an hour and 1 minute in. So see if we can finish this giraffe tonight. I don't know how this is gonna go. I haven't even thought of how I want to color that. I'm just kind of going with the flow. Okay, so let's see this part. Sorry, I'm not talking too much right now. I'm trying to think of where all this stuff is gonna go, how it's gonna go. I don't know if that's right, but we're just gonna go with it. Okay, I think I'm going to leave that with that. Go over it. I like to go over my colored pencils sometimes, not all the time, with another colored pencil of a color. Do any of you guys do that? Kind of layer other colors on top. That's what I like to do. So when I do these longer videos, it does take a while to edit them and get them ready. And uploading takes a while as well. I don't mind it. Because I love chatting with you guys, but I also don't want to bore anyone to tears. I know some of you like long color and chats and get coloring done with me, which is always nice. I like to do that too when I watch color and chats, or even when I'm watching catching up on videos. I will color and watch, you know, look up off and on and listen, and I usually try to comment. Some videos I might not comment, but most ones I try to comment. If I ain't commenting, I'm liking for sure. Okay, let's go to the orange. I still don't know. I think that's, it looks like part of the background because that looks like the note. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to leave that blank. Once this comes up, let me know what you guys think if you make it this far in the video. What that is, if that's a background, a part of the body, or what do y'all think? We're just about done with the head though. What do you guys think so far of the colors? Okay, I'm starting to think about this section while I'm coloring this, so I think I might have some idea what I want to do. We'll see. Go over these. These ones don't say, and I don't know what colored pencils these were. Colored pencils, and it says Medici, but I don't know what that is. I don't know where I got them from. A lot of my colored pencils I've had for a very long time, and I've said before they're all in like this little briefcase looking tote. All my colored pencils. Now, at some point in my life I would like to have them in cases, like little individual, to separate them, and they'd be easy for travel if I'm, because I usually bring a color book with or something with when we go somewhere. If we go somewhere, you know. My kids do too, so. You gotta have stuff to do. You know, we bring games too, because if it's rainy or something weather related, or just want to do color, then color. Bring a book usually too. Okay. I almost think that's part of the, I think I'm gonna just color that yellow because it almost looks like it's part of the skin. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna fill that in there. Yeah, I think it is. I think that's supposed to be more part of the neck now that I'm coloring it. Okay, so I seen that Sun Life Drawing has come out with more books not that long ago. Maybe a month, maybe 2 months, I don't know, but I seen them and oh, if you know, you know. You know I love Sun Life Drawing. I have quite a few, but I don't have all of them, not even close, but I love their coloring books. So I'm seeing all these ones and I'm like, oh my goodness. My wish list will never end, honestly. It will never end. And I pull stuff from my wish list to purchase when I decide what I want to buy. When I buy, I should say. Trying to look at a side view of this. Okay. Yeah, I absolutely love Sun Life Drawing books. Even the ones that I don't have, I've seen them and I'm like, oh, I love them all. Creative Haven is probably one of my favorites too. I only have a couple Joanna Basford books, but looking at the pictures, I think I'm really gonna like coloring in those. Once I get to those, I'm taking my time on everything, so. Okay. It's taking me a minute. I'm really thinking of how I want to do this. Okay, so these I'm probably going to do orange. Trying to look at the shapes and everything up here to maybe go with colors. Because I'm not really sure for the body parts how to go about. This mandala looking thing, I think I'm going to do the darker colors on that. Okay, let's see. Any straight lines? We'll have orange, and I don't want to do orange again. So maybe I can start moving into some of the darker colors. We'll try that. See how that looks, moving into the darker colors. I think I want to just start this and then we'll see where we go. Because like these little spots I think are going to be yellow for the skin, so let's try that. I'm just gonna Oh, I think I grabbed the wrong color. No, I didn't. I try to be careful going around little stuff like this, but, you know, I go out too. Oh, wow. So for those of you who watch Below Deck and know that I love Below Deck, just the regular one. I haven't seen any of the other ones yet. And if you have, let me know if any of them are good. I know they're coming out with a new one. It starts with an S and I can't think of it. Serene in Paris. So with Captain Sandy, who's going to be doing that. So I'm excited for that. But I'm still on the regular one. I finally started season 11. It's like the new one. And I don't know, like, ooh, some of those stews in there are a little feisty. But I love the show. I still watch it. I don't know how I feel about this season yet because I'm not far in it. But it's a reality drama with people working on a yacht, and they have all these rich people come and they have to serve them, and then it goes on about the life of the people on the yacht and things they do and partying and their personal life. It just, I don't know, I'm hooked. But I like a lot of reality shows though too. I know. They sucker me in. And then after this, I'll have to find something new to watch. For a TV show, anyway. There's a new movie that I want to watch called Argylle. Oh, it looks so good. I don't know when or if I'll see it, but it looks good. My son wants to see the new Godzilla King Kong movie. So bad. He loves Godzilla and King Kong. He loves the like black and white Godzilla movies. But he's also the one that likes the old original Disney movies. So we'd watch those a lot when he was little. And he loves them. And my daughter, I don't know if she really likes the older stuff too much, as her brother does. I mean, I've tried. She loves Snow White, though. I shouldn't say, because she does like some of them. And she loves to watch movies with her brother on the weekend, so when he doesn't have school. And it usually has to be something they both want to watch. And, you know, not just one. It's not fair, so. Okay. My kids have been super great helpers lately. They've been literally helping with little things. Like, my son has been obsessed with taking out the garbage. He loves to take out the garbage. My daughter loves, after we eat, like, wiping the table. But she does pretty good for age, but I do go over spots. She likes to help sweep. My son, just tonight, he was getting ready for bed and he was bringing his laundry downstairs. And he goes, "Mom, come here. I got to show you something." I said, "Okay." I go down and he has all of the laundry in the washing machine. And he's like, "I'm just ready for you to do the rest." And I said, "Oh, okay, perfect." I haven't shown him how to do that. His sister probably could do it because she's always with me, but I haven't really showed him too much of that. But soon. But yeah, they're good little helpers. They don't have to, but they do get an allowance for helping, so. And their eyes just light up when they get an allowance, so it's good to teach them things, basic things in life. My son knows how to vacuum and everything, and he'll do that. And they both know how to pick up their rooms and dust their rooms. I just give them a little Swiffer tiny duster for a deep clean. I go in with the chemical, the cleaning stuff. I don't want them to use that stuff. I do it, so they know I use that stuff. But they're pretty good about all that. What are you guys coloring tonight? Let me know in the comments. Or are you just listening? I think I'm just going to color the mandala and call it done with our color and chat. I really want to think about how I'm going to color this other part because I don't know. Really, I don't know. So I don't want to be sitting with you guys and having you waiting. So it will be like a surprise at the end of the month when I do my completed pages and show you the rest. Just a little bit of the draft, and maybe if I decide to color the background. But yes, I'm not 100% sure how I want to color this yet. I think it's going to be mostly oranges and yellows, but I'm not sure. So I need to sit on it for a day or two. But it is relaxing. Just that part has me a little stumped to how I would like it to look on the picture. So I hope you're happy with the color in chat so far, but yes, I'll probably finish the rest of it on my own because I'm not really sure how I want to color that. But I will finish this mandala. This mandala design that looks like a mandala design anyway. To me it does. Does that what it looks like to you guys? How would you guys color that? Would you do mostly oranges or would you add more of these darker colors in? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. This almost looks like a little pig nose. I don't know why I think of that, but it looks like piggies. Do any of you have this book? I don't know if I asked that or not. Is there any good movies that you guys have watched lately? I'm always looking for a new movie. Usually on a Saturday night or Friday night well, probably more Friday night because my kids usually do popcorn on Saturdays. Sometimes Fridays, depending how late supper is. But, yeah, me and my husband like to watch movies sometimes, so I'd be interested to hear what are some good movies and they can be older too. I love older movies. I mean, the other day I had on one of my favorite movies, and I thought of when I asked you guys in one of my videos, like what movie you could watch over and over again. 16 Candles. I can absolutely watch that movie over and over and over again. And Pretty in Pink and The Breakfast Club and Some Kind of Wonderful. So yes, I can watch quite a bit of movies over and repeat. I am liking these colors though, for real. Okay, I'm trying to look to see how it's going. I'm going to turn it a little bit. Sorry guys, I just want to view the image a little bit better. Okay, so I think you guys still see that? Try to keep it straight for you. My poor dog, tonight when we were cooking, is afraid of our Instapot. I call it an Insta. I know it's an Instant Pot, but I call it Insta. But yeah, she trembles when that thing's on. But again, I mentioned before, my husband had gotten her from a shelter and she was little and she was in like a bad situation. So her anxiety has been always, I don't think it ever will go away. Now that she's getting older, especially. She's been on stuff too and it just doesn't work. We're getting there. Now this is one where I do have to turn to the side to see it because it's kind of hard to do it at this angle. Like, you can kind of tell, but I have to turn it so I can see what I'm coloring. Like, I can color like this, but I have to look at it. If that makes sense, I don't understand if it makes sense to you guys or not. Okay. I think I'm going to make these leaves. Let me look again here. Sorry, I'm turning it again. I think I'm going to do the leaves and that all one color. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to go like this. Sorry, turning it. Habit. So when I'm not coloring on screen with you guys, I do turn my paper. I turn it this way, so when I color, I don't know, do any of you turn your paper when you color? It's something I've done for years and years and years. Would you guys color the background, or would you make it, leave it the way it is? I'm not sure about that yet either, so once I get there, but yes, I do like these darker colors. I think it makes it look, stand out quite a bit. If you were to color this giraffe, what colors would you guys do? Blues, greens, maybe some fun colors. These are the ones I just randomly picked out. I know I wanted yellows and oranges because I kind of wanted it to make it look like a giraffe. Then I picked some other random colors and thought, well, let's throw those in too. And that's what I did. Okay, turning it again so I can see the... Okay, I think I got an idea now. But I need to go back with the red because there's a little part here. I'm just going to do it with that one because you can't really tell too much. And then I'm going to do the other colors now. Actually, I think I'm going to go like... Can you guys see that? Sorry, I had it out of the screen. I think I'm going to kind of do this darker color around here. See if I can do that with this one too. This is Crayola's brown. Almost looks darker to me, but could be because of the paper. I don't know. But it looks good. So I think we only have 1, 2. Oh, I forgot to color that part. I don't know what I was thinking. Get in there. Sorry, I'm like humming. Should be talking. I'm concentrating. on the color here. Oh, I screwed up and made that brown. That's okay. You know what? Maybe I'll just go back and do that. That'll be fine. See? I make mistakes. Pretty much in every picture. I'm just coloring away, thinking of things. And, oh, whoops. That's what happens usually. That's alright though, because I almost think I like it that way. I'll just go back over this one. Over this one. Do this. Yeah, I like that, I think. Almost time to stop. Okay. Go into these with this color. And I think I'm going to make the outer ones, well, maybe I'll do them two different. Try that out and see how that looks. Why am I thinking so hard? I don't know. I'm trying to picture, which I said I'm having a hard time with this, visualizing what. But I did see this color after a little bit looking at it. So it might take me a little bit to figure it out, but I will. So yeah, sorry I'm not going to do a part 3. I really just need time to think about how I want it to look. And I don't know. It might take me a little bit to think, but I will have it done by the end of the month, for sure. I'm going to try to make these different colors because I think that's going to look neat. But if you really want me to do a part 3, I know I can do it. You just have to let me know. Otherwise, I will do it. I'll just do it at the end. I'll show you at the end of the month because, like I said, I want to think about it for a little bit. To what I want to color it. I'm thinking again. I am excited to finish this and see what it looks like once my mind decides what colors I want to do for the rest of the body and possibly the background. Okay, the last little parts. Actually, I think there's another part I need to do. I see some. I'll do that. Excuse me, I have to get another drink again. My throat is just tickling. Like I have to cough really bad, but I don't want to cough. There, hopefully that helped. The lemon water. Okay, now the last colors. All right, and that's where I'm going to stop. What do you guys think so far? I really like it. So, this is the book, Animal Planet, Wild About Animals coloring book. I did get it off Amazon. It has 94 pages of creatures, carnivores, critters, and more. I will link that down below. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And also, if you don't want to miss any of my new videos, please hit that bell bottom. What am I talking about? I'm thinking of bell bottoms. Bell button down below, to be notified when I put out new videos. And as always, I hope you all have a wonderful night and happy coloring. Bye!